Welcome in everybody to another video. Thank you guys for being, with me and loyal to me for the longest, for a few years that I've been doing this. And welcome to the brand new subscribers. If you don't know, if you're brand new here, I am life coach Lawana Ratcliffe. I help women to heal and recover from narcissistic abuse. I also help them to reclaim their God-given identity and stand strong against spiritual warfare. I have an incredible topic that I think is really going to help you shift your mind. This topic came to me a couple of months ago, and I noticed that I haven't heard anybody speak about it. And I want to talk to you ladies about it today because I really feel like it's really going to speak to your spirit. So let's get into it. So let's talk about how femininity gets lost after narcissistic abuse while you're in survival mode. And I'm telling you, this topic, it did something to me because it was something that I went through, like many of you ladies. When you go through narc abuse, number one, it completely goes against every single, every belief system, your self esteem, how your worldview, everything. It assaults your soul when you go through that. It's psychological abuse, it's spiritual abuse, it's abuse on all levels. When you're with a narcissist, they really seek to erase you, and it's the worst kind of abuse. It really destroys you from the inside out. So when you come out of that, right, even if whether you're seeking healing, you went through therapy, deliverance, there is a process in which you start to, and this is not every single woman, but the majority of women, there's a situation to where when you're in survival mode, you start to lose your femininity. And one of the reasons why you lose your femininity is because you're not thinking about those things. You're not, and this is for most people, not everybody, right? But what I noticed with myself and many of my other clients is that when they were going through narc abuse, they were trying to keep up appearances. We all were trying to please the narc and all that. So once the relationship was over, especially if you had any kind of financial difficulty, like I did, like many women do, you just feel overwhelmed. You don't really know what's going on. So you're trying to take care of if you have children, you're trying to take care of your children, yourself, pay your bills, and do all these other things. And so even with me, I noticed that I was just throwing jeans and a t-shirt on, and a head wrap. But I wear them now because I actually like them. But at that time, I couldn't afford to get my nails done. I couldn't afford to get my hair done. So I just had to wear them. They were rickety old. Even my clothes, I think back at some of the clothes that I had, like they were worn out, had holes in it. It was bad. I never in my life had to live like that. And I never thought that I would have to live like that. And so my femininity, how I used to dress with dresses and cute little, outfits and stuff like that, that had to fall to the wayside because I just couldn't focus on that. I couldn't focus on, putting makeup on and lipstick and think the things that I normally would do because I was just trying to survive. I was trying to eat. And it's real. What I didn't realize was that when I was dressing like that with these big, heavy clothes, sweatpants, oversized t-shirts and stuff like that, just wearing dark shades, and what I was doing was literally putting on armor so that I could protect myself. I didn't realize it at the time that I was hyper vigilant. That's what survival mode is. You're hyper vigilant. You're looking to the left, to the right. You don't trust people. You don't really trust yourself. You're still ruminating on the abuse that the narcissist, poured into you. These people pour poison into your soul because when you're with them, they can only give you pain, misery, and grief. That's all that they can give you. They can't give you love. They won't heal you. That's why I tell my clients, please don't try to go back for closure because those people are wicked, and the abuse that they have inflicted upon you was intentional. So it's like, how are you going to go and try to get love and healing from somebody who didn't love you? It's just really not going to work. You're really harming yourself in the end. And so when you're in survival mode, it's very hard for you to think clearly. And so when you think about dressing and trying to look a certain way, it's going to be difficult to do that. And a lot of times you don't even want the attention from men. as a woman, I have so many of my clients when they first start uh, sessions with me, and they're like, I don't want to look at men in that way. And it's not that they're crossing over on the other side, but it's just like they've been so wounded by men. And it's like, I don't want their attention. So, you'll pack on layers. And this is another part of it. You'll even gain extra weight. I know in that marriage with the narc, I gained 40 pounds. I'm still in the process of losing that weight, but you lose your femininity, you lose your softness, and you put on this armor, and it makes you rigid a lot of times because you have to protect yourself in a way that you never had to before. This is really deep. And if you're wondering if you lost your femininity, just think about it. Think about this B was just like this. Just think about if you've lost connection from your body. When you look in the mirror, do you see beauty? Do you see youth? Do you see your old self? And meaning like the person that you were before the narc, do you see the beauty of that woman? Or do you pick out your flaws, and I don't like my legs, and I don't like this, and I don't like my stomach, and I don't like my face, and I look older? And are you picking yourself apart like the narcissist used to do? Or are you finding the beauty in who God created you to be? Because that's how you heal and that's how you recover. You have to literally come against those mental strongholds that tell you that you're not beautiful, that something's wrong with you, when there's nothing wrong with you at all. You're healing, you're recovering, so you got to be gentle with yourself. And and when it starts to come back, right, for me, because I'm always going to be kind of a tomboy because I'm from Brooklyn, it's kind of rough. So no matter where I go, I'm still going to have that, like the jeans and t-shirt thing, right? Because that's just me. That's always been me, even before I met the narc, always me. But, but I'm getting back to desiring to wear dresses again, shorts, skirts, pinks, the colors that's like, okay, reds that are quote unquote attention seeking, the things that I used to wear before I even met this person, before I was wounded, before I was traumatized. So now that I'm healing, oh my goodness, everything is coming back. And so my wardrobe is looking, it's really looking different now, and I'm grateful for that. And I know that there are women right now who are dealing with that, who you feel that you've lost your femininity and you don't really know how to get it back, and maybe may not have even had language to even say, I lost myself in that. When I look in the mirror, I don't see soft, I don't see feminine, I see hard, I see worn out. And I would tell you to stay tuned because I have a prayer for you that's going to help you really, combat that, because it's really, really difficult to overcome this by yourself. That's why my clients, when we work on these things, we really get to the root of it, because you have to literally swap out the brain that you had when you were a victim, when you were abused, into that healed, that whole, that restored, sacred woman that God created you to be. And it is a process. And when it comes to healing, you really have to go to the Lord, because the Lord designed you. He created femininity. Femininity is God's design for women. Like, it's beautiful. And so when it comes to healing that sense of being in survival mode and, Lord, I want to get that back. How do you reclaim that? You got to go to God first. That's number one. That's what I did. And you have to come out of agreement with each and everything that the narcissist told you. If he told you that you were unattractive, that you'll never find love again, that you're always going to be big, or you're always going to be small, you have to come out of agreement each and every word curse that those narcissists spoke, that narc spoke over your life. They'll say, oh, you don't look good in red, you don't look good in pink, you're hard, you're this and that, like you don't have nice legs. Like, they'll literally try to rip you apart. As you know, you'll testify in the comments. But how you get it back is going to the Lord first, and you start renouncing every single thing that they spoke over you. You start doing that. Then you start relearning new things. Start the woman that you have in your mind. And even if you don't have a vision, you start to ask the Lord to give you a vision about the woman that He created you to be. You pray for the Lord to bring you back to your original design. That's what I had to do. I had to do that early last year, and it's been carrying me through, and it's been making big changes in my life. I mean, it's incredible when you just allow the Lord to work through you. And I had to renounce those things, everything that he said about me. And the narc that I was with, he didn't really mess with my appearance too much, but he really came against my capability as a woman. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. So I had to go to the Lord with those things and ask the Lord to remove that from my mind, my thinking. And now I don't hear his voice at all. Thank God. So you get it back by renouncing. You ask the Lord to heal and renew your mind. That's true healing and recovery, because God is going to come against those spirits. So God tells us to cast down vain imaginations. I think that's 2 Corinthians 10:5. If I'm not mistaken, you have to cast down those vain imaginations. That's what you're going to do. You're going to practice it. So every time you look in the mirror, or you're going shopping, or you're out with your friends, or you just sitting within yourself and you feel like I'm not safe, you pray and you ask the Lord to remove that spirit of fear, because God gave us power, love, and a sound mind. He did not give us a spirit of fear. Didn't give us that. So that's another thing that comes against that, because you don't feel safe in your body. So you start to pray and ask the Lord to give you back safety, give you back your peace, give you back the beauty and all the time and energy that you put into that relationship, that you gave and you poured out into a vessel that was broken and that tried to break you. You get that back. You claim that energy, that time, that resource, that love back. You give them back what's theirs, and you keep what's yours. And that's what God does. So what I want to do is say a prayer that I have here that's really going to help you, ladies, to recover, reclaim your femininity. So just repeat after me. And if you need, to repeat it a couple of times, that's going to be good for you to help you to start. So just repeat after me. And I want to say this before I start. If you want this, matter of fact, I'll put this prayer in the description box too. So this is a prayer. Father, I come before you as your daughter. I lay down every false identity that I picked up in survival mode, every layer of hardness, every vow I made to protect myself, every wall I built to avoid hurt. I surrender it now. Restore to me your design. Reconnect me to my feminine essence, the softness, the wisdom, the discernment, the beauty, the power that moves with peace. I release the spirit of fear, shame, rejection, and hypervigilance. I receive your healing in my body, my mind, my energy, and my presence. Teach me how to trust again, to receive again, to rest again. Thank you that I am becoming the woman that you always saw, even when I couldn't. In Jesus' name, amen. So if that resonated with you, please tell me in the comments. I will put this prayer in it. So if this resonates with you and you feel like, yes, 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 I want to go deeper. As I said earlier, I'm Coach LaWanda Ratcliffe. I help women to heal and recover from narc abuse. I help you to restore your God-given identity, and I help you to war against spiritual warfare. So I also do one-on-ones. I have an incredible program called Sacred Recovery. It's a 4-week program. It's a group program for women. And I also have personal one-on-one coaching programs available as well. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, this is just the beginning. You are not alone. I'm your coach. I'm here to help you through. This is just the beginning.